Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Rob. Welcome to the Gym Rat World. Now, this is the only spot where you can go for fast and simple information. Today I'm going to be actually breaking down my top 5 protein supplements for you. I'm going to tell you how I judge my picks. So I judge my picks off of the reputation of the company as far as how much you can trust them, also the ingredients that they chose, the dosages of those ingredients, the ratings, and also the price of all these as well. Now, I'm going to make sure I don't hold you hostage. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm going to briskly cover all these different points for you on each one of these supplements. And if you need to see a full review of it, maybe you want a little bit more information, I have links down in the description box for you that'll link you up to reviews that I have done. And also, if you want to buy any of these, maybe you just want to pick one of them up, I have links that go to Amazon so you can pick it up as well. But other than all that, let's just get into my top 5 protein supplements of 2018. Okay, so let's just get into my number 5 spot, right, which is Evolution Nutrition or Evil Sports. They go by both names. It's their 100% stacked whey protein. Evolution Nutrition is kind of an up-and-coming supplement company. They're gaining some traction right now. You've probably seen them around before. Now, I was quite surprised with this protein supplement. Now, the type of protein that they use in this supplement is actually whey isolate protein, which is a good protein to use. Now, as far as the ingredients that are inside of here, you get 25 grams of whey protein per serving, which is ideal. You also get 6 grams of BCAAs, which is awesome. It's also low on sugar, low on carbs, and also low on fat as well, which is something that I really like from a protein that doesn't have all those excess ingredients in here. Now, as far as the price, this thing does cost $30 for about 28 servings, which makes this a very affordable protein powder to try out, honestly. I find this protein powder just useful for pretty much everybody. Whatever your goal is, this protein can probably fit right on inside of there, unless you're trying to be like a freak beast or something like that. But yeah, the main reasons why I like it is just it has a good amount of ingredients inside of here. It also tastes good on top of that, and there's no real complaints. The price is good. Everything's pretty good on it, and that's why I made my list at my number 5 spot. But let's just move on to my number 4 spot now, which is from MuscleTech. It is their NitroTech 100% whey gold protein. Now, this is honestly one of their many different whey proteins that they have out there. I like this one specifically because of its ability to fit into my lifestyle, and I can see how it can fit into a bunch of other people's lifestyles as well, because it's that all-around protein powder. Now, it doesn't hurt that it's from a company that's honestly, it's been around since the 90s. There's not too many companies that have been around since the 90s, so I really do like that factor. And as far as the ingredients, you get 24 grams of protein, you get 2 grams of fat, 2 grams of sugar, also 2 grams of carbs as well. So it's not super low on the excess ingredients, but it's just low, but it's not like a super high amount either, so that's good. Now, as far as the price, you get 76 servings for $60 if you get the larger one, which really it makes more sense if you get the larger one because it costs less than $1 a serving, which means you can pretty much take this protein a couple times a day, not like 5 or 10 times a day. You can take it a couple times a day, and you're able to get a high quality protein for a really great price, which is really why I like this protein and why it made my list. Moving on to my number 3, which is Dymatize ISO 100. Now, basically, if you're looking for a great tasting protein, this is pretty much it. I'm not a guy that really cares too much about the taste of a protein, but I gotta say this one's probably the best tasting protein in my book. So if you're looking for that, just kind of put this one on the list. The best thing about it is the ingredients, not just the taste. You get 25 grams of protein per serving, which is, again, ideal. You get 5.5 grams of BCAAs in here. You only get 120 calories. It's very low on sugar, it's very low on fat, and also very low on carbs as well. Now, the reason why this protein is very low on all those excess ingredients is because Dymatize actually uses hydrolyzed whey protein, and all that means is that it's a very pure form of whey protein, so it doesn't have all those excess ingredients, but it also gets digested into our system and it just works a little bit faster than normal whey protein. That's pretty much why this protein comes on top of the other ones. Now, as far as the price, this thing does cost about $30 for 23 servings, which I know can be a little bit pricey. So if you actually get the larger one, you get 71 servings for only about $65, which really makes this an ideal protein. I really like this one because it doesn't have, that high amount of excess ingredients in here. It just has like a very strong presence of quality in here, and it's also very inexpensive if you do get that larger one, and it tastes amazing as well. So that's why it made it to the list, and that's why I picked Dymatize ISO 100 for my number 3 spot. Next up is my number 2 protein of choice, which is TrueFit Protein by RS Pre-Nutrition. Now, this is a lean, almost all-in-one protein powder. It's hard for me not to name this one my number 1. Gotta say, I do use it quite frequently. Now, TrueFit probably fits best for you if you're struggling to keep your daily nutrients that you need, or maybe you just don't pay attention to it. And if you just want a really effective meal replacement or really effective post-workout drink, this is where TrueFit kind of fits in. Now, the reason why is because it's the ingredients that are inside of here. I mean, you get 25 grams of whey protein per serving, which is, it's pretty standard. But you also get a superfood blend in here, so you get those added nutrients, and you also get probiotics in here, and it's also a good amount of fiber. But the main thing is that you get those probiotics in here as well. It's not too common. Also, on top of that, it's very low on sugar, and typically, when a supplement tries to take on all these different ingredients, it usually doesn't end up well. They usually fall short somewhere, but doesn't seem to be the case with the TrueFit protein. Like I said, I've had it multiple times, and I really do like it. It's a protein that I pretty much go to most of the time. So if you're in the same boat as me as far as you just want to be healthy, this protein is probably going to pull it off for you, because you get the whey protein, which again is standard. You get the nutrients from the superfood blend, you get the probiotics, you get the fiber. You pretty much get it all with this protein. As far as the price, it is a little bit pricey at $30 for 20 servings, so I can see how some people might not want to spend that much, but I gotta say, it's definitely worth the money. It's definitely worth a shot for at least a month, just to see if it does actually work out for you. All right, finally, we're up to my number one protein spot, and that is ProGym by Gym Supplement Science. Now, this protein pretty much prides itself on giving you a very healthy mix of different proteins, because they actually use whey protein, they use casein protein, they also use egg protein in here as well. Now, these blends have pretty much just been shown to be a better option, as far as instead of just getting one protein like whey protein. It just seems to be a better option as far as optimizing your recovery, optimizing your strength, and also just optimizing your performance altogether. One unique factor about this protein is that Gym Supplement Science pretty much just shows you a complete breakdown of everything that's inside this protein. They break down how much egg protein you're getting in here, and they're just very transparent with everybody, which is great. And they also show all the studies to back up their claims on what this protein is going to do for you. Now, as far as what's inside of here, you get 24 grams of protein, all these different ones together. You get 24 grams of it. You get 6 grams of carbs, and also 4 grams of fat in here as well. So you pretty much get a mix of all these different healthy ingredients in here. As far as why I did choose this, is pretty much just because, like I said, they're very transparent, they're highly rated, and the mix of different proteins, in my opinion, seem to be a better option than just getting like a sole casein protein or a sole whey protein. Now, as far as the price, this thing can be possibly considered a little expensive. You get 23 servings for $30. Can't talk. You get 23 servings for $30. So it makes it almost too expensive, but honestly, I find it to definitely be worth it because of the transparency, because of the results, and because of the science to back everything up. So I definitely recommend this ProGym by Gym Supplement Science as my number one protein pick. Now, that is it for my top 5 protein supplements. Obviously, if you made it through the list. Now, if you're looking to, again, pick these up, or if you just want to see full reviews of this, got everything down in the description box for you. Also, comment below. Let me know if you think there's better proteins out there. Also, tell me why you think there's other proteins that possibly might be better than the ones that I listed. Just let me know what's up. Also, I do want to say that protein powder should not be like a staple part of your diet, as far as they should not overtake your protein intake. So you shouldn't be taking like 5, 10 protein shakes a day. I do not condone that whatsoever. So that's all I want to say, is to make sure that you're not overdoing it with protein. These things are just to supplement your lifestyle. They're not there to actually be your lifestyle and be your actual diet. So just know that, or at least that's just how I stand on it. But other than all that, all that craziness, just go ahead and use those links below. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your time, and have a good one.